Today we're going to be talking about the Kayali vanillas. We're going to do a bit of an overview of them because that's one thing Kayali going to do is give us a vanilla fragrance. And guess what? We have 5 of them now. Yes, 5, because the collection has recently grown, and we're going to talk about it. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. These and Maria here. Yes, we're doing the Kayali vanillas overview. And yes, this video was inspired because of the new Kayali release, the new vanilla candy fragrance. And yes, I have gotten my nose on it and we're going to talk about it. But before we get into this overview of the fragrances, lipstick of the day today, everyone, this is an OD at this point. This is from MAC and this is Be Silly, which is a fuchsia type of pink. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Details on the full face and all that will be in the description box as well, so you don't have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day. And yes, fragrance of the day does include the latest release. This is from the house, of course, Kayali. And this is Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar number 42. I gotta get used to the name. It's an iridescent pink bottle, like my nails actually. Iridescent is definitely a way, but I paired it with the infamous now, that one that we need to come back, the Kayali Wedding Silk Santal. I paired these two together and that is what I am wearing. That is your fragrance of the day. Yes, Kayali, can you please bring this back? Even though this is not technically a vanilla fragrance, but I'm just gonna speak for the girls. We want Silk Santal to come back, please. But alas, I love these two paired together and they smell beautifully, but alas, that is a conversation for another day, layering combos. So all right, let's get into this overview of the Kayali vanilla fragrances, because I'm pretty sure somebody's like, okay, we got 5 of them now, but which one should I get for what time of the year, what type of event, what are they doing? Are they all the same? Are they different? Spoiler alert, they are all very different, and we're gonna get into this. So let's go ahead and be respectful, and we're gonna start with Vanilla 28, because this is the one that is the oldest, the OG, the one that started it all, the one that started the vanilla Kayali craze. So we have to give her flowers and put some respect on her name. Here she is. This is my bottle that I've had now for a while. As you can see, my juice has gotten very dark and rich because vanilla is going to do that. They deepen over time. So again, this is Vanilla 28. This fragrance does have a full dedicated review already up on my channel. So if you want more time on this one, more time spent that is, definitely check out that review. But a refresher on the notes, it has key notes of vanilla orchid, tonka absolute, amber woods, musk, and brown sugar. And of course I had to spray it and just refresh my nose on this scent. This one, in my opinion, is like the easiest one to wear, most importantly, because this is absolutely vanilla and brown sugar is what I get from this scent. And for me, this tends to be an easy reach of a scent. This is one of those fragrances I wear or I recommend for when you just do not know what to wear, but you want to smell good, you want to smell edible, because absolutely this is in that gourmand territory. Ain't no questions about that one. This one is the one to reach for. She's the easiest to wear. She's the least complex of the bunch. So if you're new to trying to get into perfumes and trying to get into vanilla fragrances, but you still want to have a little something going on with it, but it won't be too challenging, you can blind reach and spray this one and be fine. That's when I recommend wearing Vanilla 28. In fact, I tend to wear this one to bed because it's a cozy scent for me, and plus, gotta admit, the husband loves this one to head off, so hey, nothing wrong with that. So that is why I say Vanilla 28. This was the one that started it all. And from this fragrance, that's where the rest of these fragrances evolved from. Spoiler alert, the rest of them are more complex and have more going on in comparison to Vanilla 28. Now the next one we're gonna talk about, y'all, this one really isn't talked about as much as it should be. And I'm gonna bring her back to the front because even I forget about her sometimes. In fact, I did not mention her in my previous video I did about Kayali vanillas. And a lot of y'all reminded me like, girl, you have Utopia. Where is Utopia? So we're talking about Utopia today, y'all. So yes, we have Kayali Utopia Vanilla Cocoa number 21. So this one I have seen, I think it's now only online only at Sephora, but I know for sure, of course, you can still get it at Kayali's official website, which I have everything linked below, so you can definitely check that out. And by the way, I've actually already done the dedicated review to Utopia because this is another one I've had for a very long time in my collection, going on years at this point. So she is not new, it's just she isn't talked about enough. So let's get into the notes, y'all. We have top notes of honeysuckle, pear blossom, Italian lemon, and coconut. And we have middle notes of jasmine, gardenia, tuberose, and ambrette. We have base notes of sandalwood, patchouli heart, bourbon vanilla, and musk. So this is, like, you see what I mean, the notes are already more complex, and this was what I meant by it got more evolved after Vanilla 28. So let's talk about Utopia, y'all. Absolutely, as the name suggests, vanilla and coconut, that is what this is. So you probably can already guess what I'm about to say. When is the best time to wear this one? And that is 100% summertime. This is the summer Kayali to me. just period. This is summer. Now, if you happen to go on vacation, say a tropical vacation at a later time of the year, one thing about the Caribbean and tropical places is warm year round, mostly in those places. So this is when you could also reach for it. But other than that, it has to be summertime for me when I'm gonna wear Utopia. Because the coconut in here is so realistic, and then that vanilla in here, it's just summery. I can kind of get a little bit of like a sunscreeny type of vibe in here too. And then the musk in here does radiate off the skin as you continue to wear it. But in a nutshell, this is what I would classify as the summer in a bottle Kayali. And this again is the Utopia Vanilla Cocoa number 21. A lot of people probably have this one, but you've forgotten about it. But please, y'all, revisit her, especially since we're about to head into summer. It's May when I'm filming this. So yeah, June is when we get into like heavy hitter summer fragrances. And I will be pulling out Utopia for that season as well. So definitely check out Utopia, y'all. Now, the next one, I would classify, this one was the most polarizing of the vanilla fragrances to me. And I find that so funny. This is one that a lot of people did not know what to do with it, because this was, in my opinion, the first time Kayali decided to go, okay, we've been playing nice, we've been playing cute, but no, we're gonna really lean into our Middle Eastern roots and give y'all something that's really heavy hitting. That's what they decided to do with this fragrance. And if you know, then you know. This right here is Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli number 64. This one was a holiday release. I want to say it was holiday 2022. So yes, I've had this one since it came out. This is one, either you got it or you didn't, and I just have to stand on it. So let's talk about the notes. So it has top notes, y'all, of vanilla orchid, creamy jasmine, and golden rum. Then we have middle notes of vanilla infusion. We have vanilla absolute. We have tonka bean. We have spicy rose bouquet, smoky leather, creme brulee. And then we have sugar patchouli, musk, brown sugar, amber, and royal oud. So yes, this was when we got into the oud category, and yeah, the oud was ouding in this scent. And I gotta admit, they released it at the right time because it was holiday season here, meaning late November, December in the United States. That's what I mean by that. Whew. This one, straight up, this is the richest one. This is the most intense one. Yeah, how they wrote it up, it was true. So in my opinion, this is the one I would wear if I'm going to a after 5 event, a gala, a special occasion. Y'all know I live for those type of events. This is the one to reach for, and most importantly, it needs to be cold. It has to be cold to wear this scent, because as stated again, it is May when I'm filming this, so it's like spring, summer-ish weather right now, and this is so strong right now to me. So this is one that, yeah, once March gets here, late March, early April, I have to put this one up because it is intense and so rich, but it smells good. And in my opinion, this is definitely one you have to test on your skin, because a lot of people, I remember, sprayed it on paper and I was like, oh, this is a lot. But on skin, that's when you got more of the creme brulee and the vanilla and all that came to the forefront. Because on paper, the oud and that type of thing, the leather, those notes are more prominent, but on skin, the sweeter notes come out. So this was one for the girls that are already deep into their fragrance journey. They're like, oh, we've been doing heavy hitters. We've been doing ouds and leathers and saffrons and all of that. We about that life. That is who Vanilla Royale is for. And if you're somebody that's looking to get into that world of more of the ouds and more richer scents, this is the one to go with, because she was complex. She's rich. I also highly suggest, if you're a person that when you first met it, when it first came out, you was like, I don't know, but you've since been deeper in your fragrance journey, you've been further along in it, I suggest you would go back to it and try Vanilla Royale out again. I think you might like it. That's why I say Vanilla Royale is the most complex, the most richest one, and most importantly, the more cold weather version vanilla out of Kayali. Now the next fragrance we're gonna talk about, this one came out last year. So this was a late summer, early fall release, if I remember. This was the Oudgasm collection, and this was the Vanilla Oud fragrance. Now Vanilla Oud, let's talk about this one. Of course, it came out in a full collection of other fragrances, but for the sake of this video, we're talking about the vanilla one. So it has top notes of pear, praline, and saffron. Then we have middle notes of Bulgarian rose. We have cashmere wood, vanilla sugar, white musk, oak moss, and of course, oud. Now this one was the safest one and the most oud friendly version in that whole collection, and for that reason, I also think it got a lot of buzz. But what I enjoyed about this one was the praline note in here. And in my opinion, this vanilla fragrance, this is the most universal one. This is the one to me you can wear year round, because even though there is oud in this vanilla, it's in the background. It's a soft oud, it's not too much, but I can smell it. Most importantly, I get more of the actual gourmand notes in here, which is the vanilla and the praline notes. That's what I get more than anything. So there's still a lot of sweetness to this scent, but there's still a little bit of depth, and that again goes back to having those base notes in here, namely that oud note in here. This one, like I said, out of all of them, this is the most universal one that if I just had to pick one just to reach for, like just any time of year for as a vanilla scent, but it's not a vanilla I smell every day, I'm gonna go with vanilla oud. So this is one I highly recommend. This one is still at your Sephora's and whatnot because it's a newer release. So I highly recommend checking out vanilla oud if you haven't already. And now for the moment I know a lot of people are waiting on, they're like, okay, so let's talk about this new one, right? So now we have the new Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. Yes, she is here. She just came out this month. This is May. This was a early May release. And this is one that I have been waiting to form some thoughts on, play in it before I spoke on it. So yes, I saw people ask me about it. I wasn't ignoring you, but I knew I was gonna do a video to somewhat start to talk about it. Since it's still a new release, this is just a first impressions. Dedicated review will come later. Y'all know how I do things. But in my opinion, let's talk about it. Rock Candy. This one is the spring one. This is spring because this is sugar. This is sweet. The bubblegum note in here for me. But let me get into the actual notes so I can do it justice like I did the others. So y'all, we have top notes of candied pear, violet leaves, rum, ylang ylang, marshmallow, and vanilla cream. And then we have middle notes of jasmine, labdanum, white caramel, bubblegum, jelly bean. Base notes is tonka, vetiver, sandalwood, cashmere woods. We have patchouli, rock sugar, and Kayali signature accord. Okay, so they got a little fancy here. So again, this is the newest release for 2024, a spring release. And as the name suggests and how the bottle looks is exactly what you get. So this one is a sugar bomb. This is for the girls that like it super sweet. This is for the girls that like candy. This is for you. For me, I get the pear more than anything, and I get the bubblegum note. And then in the base, I get that Kayali vanilla. And interesting enough about this fragrance, y'all, that signature accord in here is also the signature accord that I get in the Silk Santal fragrance. So just spoiler alert, if you like Silk Santal and you really enjoy it and you want to keep some of that DNA, yeah, you're gonna also like the rock candy. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like the rock sugar. You're gonna like this one. So this one is sweet, 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 like powdery sugar. This is an entire candy shop. And for that reason with sugary fragrances, but there's still a lightness about this one. This is a spring scent to me. So this would be the spring vanilla. Definitely for sure if you're in a playful mood, in my opinion. This is fun, but the sweet is done in a way where I don't feel like I have a cavity. I need to call my dentist. It doesn't feel that way, because it's not syrupy sweet, it's powdery sweet, and that is a difference. So it's not overwhelming, and because of the fact it's not syrupy sweet, it's powdery sweet, that's why it can handle the warmth of a spring day. So that's why I'm gonna say that. I think you could also take this into early summer, but I wouldn't go past it. I really wouldn't, because once we get into real summer, you already know we're going back into utopia world. But yes, Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar, she is fun, she is happy, and she is sweet. And she's definitely the most playful of them all in the vanilla family. Heavier on the more candy sweetness, and the vanilla is in there, but it's in the base. It's definitely in the base. It's not as vanilla forward as the name would suggest, but it's in there. That's the best way to put that. So all right, everyone, that is my overview of the Kayali vanillas. Again, we have 5 now. So let me know what you think about this overview of the vanilla fragrances. Do you agree with my assessment of them? Would you have different opinions about them? Which one is your favorite? Which one is your least favorite? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I know y'all gonna do that because y'all are so opinionated and I love it. I enjoy reading the comments and I do respond when I can. So let me know what you think. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.